Rockeyez would like to welcome Eric. Hey, man, what's going on?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, everything's going good, good. I see you have tons of things coming up in the works and stuff like that, from Rocklahoma to Melodic Rock 3, and just keep on going. The Jersey boy making good. Hey, tell me a little bit about your past history first, and then we'll go on to what you're working on now.
Oh, man, I know we've covered so much of this before, but, like you said, I'm a Jersey boy from Jersey City. I moved out here in my 20s, and the scene was pretty dead, and it's been rebuilding itself gradually, and I've been blessed enough to be here at the ground floor to help, rebuild this with some of the guys who were doing it before. And, to put it all back together again, piece by piece. That's one of the good things about, some of us guys who are a little younger who got into this late, is that we get to be here and help, rebuild it and make it happen again for our heroes.
Right,
so,
right.
Really stoked about that. It's been God, every year is a busy year. Every time I talk to you in the midst of all this stuff, right?
Right.
I've been, we just wrapped up the new Jesse Damon record with Paul Sabu and Pete. Oh my God, my brain just went dead. I forgot his last name. This is so terrible. I work with these guys all day long, and then suddenly I get an interview, and I can't. Pete Newdeck. I almost said Pete Fry. Pete Newdeck from Eden's Curse. He sings with Tainted Nation now. But Jesse brought me in. I've been a long-time fan of Silent Rage and Jesse Damon's work, and he brought me in to do some keyboards and punch up some of the tracks for his new solo record. And it acquainted me with Paul Sabu, and since then Paul and I have done a couple projects together, and using Pete Newdeck again because he does these amazing drums and these huge backing vocals. And so we finished Jesse's. We're wrapping up a record by Danny Veras, an old friend of mine who sang with the band called 7 Months, who's got 2 great records who I just love the hell out of, and a couple of other things. And in the midst of this, I've been working on the Liberty and Justice record, which is the first band record, so to speak. They've made a real name for themselves doing these all-star, records. Cigar Chronicles just came out a few months ago. It's a double album of one of covers and one of originals. I don't know, have you heard it at all?
Yes, I did.
It?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a fun record, and Justin, who's the main man in Liberty and Justice, wanted to do a band thing and start building up a regular lineup that could do shows and this sort of thing.
Right.
And I was just, getting to the tail end of that, thinking, man, what am I going to do? What's going to come next? And I got an email yesterday from Nader DePriest from London, just out of the blue, saying, man, we're doing some gigs and we need some keyboards. And I'm like, wow, this is so... and they're doing Rocklahoma Memorial Day weekend, which is less than a month away, and a couple other gigs in the Midwest that they're going to pinch me for. And I just, I was reading up on... Are you familiar with London and all, with the work?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like... in the 80s, London was like a training ground for these major players before they went on to big things. And they're an amazing band with some great songs. I've been charting them for the last 2 days. And, we start rehearsals Tuesday.
Cool.
And so I've got a couple weeks to really cram. And it's great stuff, man. It's really cool stuff. And the guys have been great. And, yeah, I'm sorry, what was the question?
You're just talking
it all in this time.
You're just talking about your past and what's coming up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But do you recommend like a young kid going into keyboards? You know what?
If you're a keyboard player, it's amazing because it used to be you were a guitar player, you need a guitar player, you call somebody, or a drummer. Keyboard player now is more of a studio instrument, unfortunately, than a live instrument.
Right.
And it's kind of unfortunate. I find that, for me, it's evolved well because I'm a family guy. I spend more time at home with my kids and whatnot, so I'll do a lot of recording, do some production with keyboards. Usually not a lot of calls for keyboard players to go out and play live.
Right.
Everyone's playing the pre-recorded tracks, and I get it. It's cheaper, it's easier, it's reliable. But if you're a keyboard player, I would get really good with home recording stuff, learning Pro Tools, learning the plugins, and getting good with that.
Right.
Unless you're young with some of these younger bands, that are more singer-songwriter driven, where the keyboard might be more of a centerpiece or a focal point.
Right. Right. Well, there's only really two, like for me, major keyboard players is you and Michael T. Roth.
Yeah, they're a great guy.
Yeah, they're, like I see you guys like in all different bands and being able to play everywhere, and it looks like you enjoy yourself and get paid for it.
Yeah, no, it's a sweet way to make a living, and it's going well. And Michael's actually got this great Vegas gig right now with Raiding the Rock Vault.
Right.
I saw the show. I don't know if you read anything about that online. I'm going to spend my interview plugging him now. How cool am I? But it's this really cool gig with Paul Shortino and Andrew Freeman, who I've worked with, and Tracy Guns, and they it's sort of theatrical.
Wow.
It's a show. It's a real Vegas show. They did a preview here. It was pretty amazing. So I'm really rooting for Mikey. He's going to be tied up for the next. They have a year-long residency.
Cool.
In Vegas, so he's going to be tied up for a while. So I'm going to have to cover the bases for him until he's freed up again.
So you're going to be doing Rocklahoma coming up?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing it with London, and I've never been to Rocklahoma.
Wow.
Everything I've read, it's like the biggest, rock festival in the U.S.
Yeah, it's an experience. Rockeyez were there twice, and they treated us very well.
Really?
And it's just an amazing show, and I mean, so many people. It's really great. It's a great vibe, and great stages.
Isn't that the outdoor one where the stage got blown over a year or so?
Right, but they were built stages. They got a cement stage. The main stage is cement, so it's not going nowhere.
Okay.
So and then there's two side stages, and they really treat their press people very well there, and accommodate everybody to perfection, I would think.
How many people would you say go? I mean, again, I know very little about it. They're pretty well attended, from what I've seen.
Right. Yeah, I'm not sure the figures and stuff like that, but I mean, it puts other shows to shame what I see.
Wow.
So
I'm really looking forward to making my first time there.
Yeah, it's a real comfortable feeling too. Like later on at night, they got like picnic tables, and everybody sits on the top of them and just enjoys the show. Nice cool breeze, and the festival attitude, and it's just great. It's a phenomenal show.
That's awesome.
And then you got Melodic Rock 3 coming up. That's in September. That should be a blast with Andrew McNeese.
That's going to be huge. That is I'm so pumped about that. We're working with Mecca and Giovanna, who, a lot of these guys, their lives have been well documented online. Giovanna's had some tough, health battles. Fergie Frederiksen last year had some difficult health battles, and Joe and Fergie heavily linked together from the first Mecca album. And I'm going to be playing with both of them.
Wow.
Fergie's singing with us, Joe's singing, Jimmy Jameson's going to sing with us, and it's all the deep cut stuff. It's not so much the top 40 hits as it is all the stuff that diehard fans have been wanting to hear.
Right.
And I got the set list, and it's like diehard fans are going to lose their minds over this. And what a privilege. I'll be working with these guys and helping my friend Andrew McNeese once again.
Cool. Definitely, Andrew puts on a great show. I mean, we've been to every one that he put on so far, and it's been phenomenal, especially the bands he brings in. The United States people will never see some of these bands ever if they don't go now. Yeah. They got to go,
This is the place to go. This is the time to do it, and I really hope that people, if they haven't already gotten tickets, that they come out and do it soon, because this is one of those once-in-a-lifetime events, and it's not just the bands, but it's the whole experience of, where else are you going to find, Steve or Jerry fans, or Glenn Burtnick fans if you're in Jersey. Obviously, I'm a huge Glenn Burtnick fan, but I don't find many here. Now you're in a room full of these like-minded fans. You have all the merchandise there. You can have drinks with them and meet the band, and this is the place to do it, man.
Wow. So, should be an unbelievable experience, and like I said, Andrew puts on a phenomenal show, treats his people well, treats the bands well, and he's just a great guy too. Yeah, no, he's great. So what else you have in the works?
Oh man, well, we got a new record from this band Faith's Edge with my friend Giancarlo Ferreira, Alex DeRosa from Dokken plays guitar, Fabrizio Grossi, Tony Mora, all great guys. It's the second album. It's very metal. They brought me in for some keys. These guys are all longtime friends, and they're all paisans. They're all Italian, which I didn't realize at first. That was pretty great. I got a new CD that came out the other day from Red Rum featuring Michael Borman, and they invited me to do some work on that, which was a lot of fun. It's my 4th album, doing some guest stuff with Michael, which was really cool. I've got obviously these gigs coming up with London, which is, I'm hoping this goes far, see where it goes. And I'm bringing my Hammond in now. I got a Hammond endorsement at NAMM this year.
Yeah, I saw you running off with it.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. I spent so much time with the Hammond guys over the weekend. I was going to do their party, taking pictures, and at the end I said, let's just do this as a joke, like I'm running off. And everyone thinks I really stole the thing. But it's,
wow.
But you know, that company's been around forever, and they've got this amazing legacy sound. And I'm going to start using it at gigs. You know, I'm going to start bringing this thing out. And I was looking at the roster of guys, and they're all really clean-cut guys, really nice guys, and older jazz guys, as well as great guys like Christian Cullen from Night Ranger and these folks. And I'm like, you need a real metal guy up here.
Right.
You need someone that's afraid it's going to eat your baby playing this thing. Because this thing is such an intense instrument, and so I'm really excited to be part of this team and to be rocking this thing out.
Cool. And I saw your latest Facebook picture. You really trimmed down, and people are scared of you now.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, man? I lost a lot of weight, and then I put a little back on when I came back from England and was getting comfortable, and now I'm back to losing again and just trying to, I don't know, to be healthier, live better. You know, I've got great kids. I got a great family. I want to enjoy them.
Cool.
You know, can't keep up with them. I got a 13. My oldest turned 13 yesterday. I can't keep up with them, man.
Wow.
Got to,
but you got a long way to go yet.
Yeah. No, I'm still working. I'm just kind of, you know, it's a lifestyle thing.
Right.
Some people try diets and things that are a fad that last a few months. And it's like, we all have to change the way we live and live better.
Right.
You know, it's an overall thing. It's not an overnight thing.
Cool. Now, going back to New Jersey, what are some of the things that you really miss about New Jersey, besides the taxes?
Well, the sad thing is I love the food. I think that's why I started gaining weight when I was back there. And we were doing rehearsals for Robin, Beck, and Fiona. We did Firefest.
Right.
And I played with Robin's band, which was amazing. And then we played again with Fiona, who's, again, another East Coast legend. And I did something with Far Cry, too. So I played 3 times at Firefest, which was an honor. And I started getting back into the pizza and the blimpies and the Chinese, and it's like, I miss the food. I miss the weather when it's warm, you know, when it's nice. I can't do snow anymore. I just can't do the cold. But
right.
I miss those summer nights in Jersey. You know, I miss Seaside Heights. I miss the shore, and I know we're far away from it here, but watching all of the footage from the hurricane and the devastation is awful.
Right.
It's so awful, and we've just, you know, my family, you know, there's 8 of us here now from Jersey, and just hoping beyond hope that they rebuild it all to what it was.
Wow. Yeah, I hope so,
too. Take
too.
the shortcut and just build a bunch of condos and
right.
You know, that would be such a travesty to our youth, but well, I miss that.
Well, they are going to be opening some of the shore this year. I don't think it'll all be done, but they said some of the stuff is ready to go. So, you know, they look like they've been, you know, really working hard and getting that ready for the summer.
Yeah.
So, you know, all looks good. And, you know, some points I don't know if it'll ever open again or, you know, not this year, maybe next year, but most of it's ready to go, they say.
Well, I hope they do. It's a shame because there's so many great little, I mean, there were really little shacks back there that have been there for like 100 years, a pizza place, a clothing store, and all it took was a good wind and some water to knock it down. And now you got building codes and regulations, and you know, do you just reopen? What do you do? It's a big, you know.
Cool.
But I miss that. I miss, like, seeing bands playing on the pier.
Right.
You know, like Bon Jovi filmed In and Out of Love on the boardwalk. That
right,
was
yeah.
so cool. Will there ever be that, you know, where our kids ever get to see something like that?
Right, yeah, I know.
So.
And what's the favorite thing about living in California?
Well, the weather's great. The people are really friendly. You know, they're a little more aloof, but they're a lot, you know, when you're in traffic, they'll smile before they flip you off, which is nice.
Right.
But, you know, the music scene, it's nice. And not so much of a live scene, but, you know, if you go to jam with somebody here, the odds are they've probably done some pretty impressive stuff you've never heard of.
Cool.
You know, or, you know, some records, some things, and you just never know who you're going to bump into.
Wow.
You know, it's exciting. You know, you run into Brad Pitt in traffic or Angelina Jolie at the candy store or something. You know, because this is where everybody lives. Man.
Right.
And they live here because it's, you know, it's sunny and it's great. I mean, the taxes are kicking our asses.
Right.
Like everyone else's. But what, did I say a wrong word?
No.
My kid always monitors me when I start swearing, so I'm trying not to swear.
Something about meeting celebrities.
Go inside. Oh, yeah, celebrities, yeah. My little one's up here watching TV. But I don't know, man. It's just kind of a vibe. The thing is, you know, I love back east, but back east was rough. You know, when I was in grade school, I got bullied a lot.
Right.
And all those bullies are great Facebook friends of mine today saying, oh, we always believed in you. Yeah, you always believed in kicking my ass. You don't remember. I remember. But out here, you know, my kids, they want to grow their hair long. They want to wear an earring. They want to play ball. They want to not play ball. It's all, everything's more accepted here.
Cool. Very cool.
And so I like that. I wish I had the chance to grow up in a wholesome environment like that, much as I love the East Coast.
Cool. Well, you know, I congratulate you on your long career, and, you know, I definitely will be seeing you at the Melodic Rock 3 Festival.
Yeah, is Dave coming? Is Mark, is everyone coming?
We're all coming. We're all coming.
Cool. I'm surprised you guys aren't at that Chiller convention this weekend.
Dave is.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, King Roberts is back there. We were talking, he was like, man, I'd love to bring you out here, because I guess they're doing these live things every night.
Right, yeah.
I talked to Kane a little about playing it, but he's there.
Wow.
He posted some pictures, too.
Cool.
But it's his first, so he's pretty pumped.
Cool. Well, like I said, congratulations on your long career. Would you like to say anything in conclusion?
Gosh, man, just rock on, you know, reach out, stop by Facebook, you know, Twitter, I'm on all these things, I'll search for my name, download, you know, my app, it's streaming something like 3 hours of music and video and interviews of stuff that we've done. This will probably be on it at some point.
Cool.
I opened up a new recording room out here because I wanted to be able to collaborate with stuff, and my house was just too small to be bringing people in, so I've got a room now. It's red. It's like a keyboard museum, and I'm going to be working there with like Dennis Dries from White Sister and some of these great friends of mine, hopefully Neil Grusky from Takara. He's been recovering from some health stuff, and he's an old-time friend. You know, we did some records with Jeff Scott Soto back in the day,
right?
And I really want to do something with these guys. You know, we created a little playroom where I could go and hang out with these guys and you know, work on some new stuff.
Cool.
That's the goal for this year.
Great.
You know, is to expand that. So absolutely reach out and stay in touch. And, man, I'll see you guys in Chicago.
I definitely will.
Yeah.
Okay, man. Talk to you later. Thank you.
Thanks for calling, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Take care.